Testing, one, two, three. I've got my journalistic vibes going on today because I've just received my new microphone in the post. For anyone interested, it is the XS Lav Mobile Sennheiser or Sennheiser is the brand, and I've just ordered it off an Irish website, Gear for Music. So yeah, I'm hoping to test it out now and see the difference. If there is a difference, I'll let you know in further videos. I'm looking here and I'm saying the next piece of equipment really I need to probably order will be some lighting. So if anyone has recommendations, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you've tried out when you've started out on YouTube. I just wanted to come on today to speak a little bit about what I found in the last couple of weeks. As you know, I'm relatively new to YouTube. I started about 2 weeks ago. All brand new, never did anything like this before. So I really didn't know what to expect. And I found an awful lot of changes for the positive since I've started it. I'd recommend it to anyone, to be honest with you. Even if you have no idea what way you're going to go, I still recommend you take it on board. Certainly, if you feel like you're at a lull in your life, you're not inspired, maybe you're finding you're dedicating all of your time and all of your existence to helping other people and not enough quality time for yourself. That can certainly happen for parents quite often. You know, they work so hard and they dedicate so much of their life. I've done it myself. Whether it's children or whether it's family or whether it's externally outside of the home, we can dedicate so much of our lives to other people and not put ourselves into that perspective, which can inevitably lead to degeneration of health, mental health decline, and just an all-round feeling of dissatisfaction with your life, like something is missing. Now, for me, I've been feeling that of late. I kind of recognize it as a soul. My soul has been calling out to me that there's something missing. I need to do something more than what I'm doing. And I really feel it's something for me because I dedicate a lot of time, my time, to everybody else. So this is the motive really why I started my YouTube channel, and the benefits in the last 2 weeks I found absolutely enormous. So I'm going to share them with you now. Naturally enough, there's great excitement. You're doing something new. It's fabulous. It's a challenge. It's motivating you to expand your horizons, and that's a very satisfying thing. We can never have enough excitement or fun in our life. But so that has been a really positive for me. There's also a great sense of achievement because up until 2 weeks ago, my usage of technology has been very, very limited. And I never really looked and thought about using technology in any other way other than the basic use of social media or sharing a photo or a funny meme or something like that. I always looked at, platforms like YouTube and watched other people, but I just never thought of it, to be honest with you. I was too busy in my own life, giving all of my time to everyone else, I suppose, and not thinking, well, what could it do positively for me? So when I had that mindset shift, I found undertaking something like this has really helped me to grow, even within the last 2 weeks. Setting up the YouTube channel and starting to sit in front of a camera and record was a big one. That's not something you do all the time, and it's not something that you're comfortable with. But I am finding as time is going on, it's becoming easier. It's not as daunting. It doesn't always flow perfectly all the time, but we're human, and that's normal, and that's okay. But yeah, so that was a hurdle to go overcome, as well as listening to my own voice. I've discovered in the early stages of looking at people who are early days in YouTube as well. A couple of people were touching on that and saying, hearing back your own voice can be a strange thing. So yeah, that was definitely the case for me as well. So I've overcome that now, and I am what I am. So that has been another thing. I've also found that you're looking in your day to day life with a different perspective when you're creating content. Because even though you may not be creating content specifically for what you're seeing around you, um, you become more aware on the street of conversations. You become more aware. You're looking around, you're looking at things that inspire you or things that bring you great happiness, and you're looking at the potential for how you can use them to apply them to your content creation. And that's a fantastic thing, because I would suggest anything that fires off the circuits of the brain is a good thing, particularly when you're channeling it through a positive lens. So I found that really great. I found my mind is more opened and refreshed, I suppose, rather than being stuck in stagnation or stuck in old routines that weren't very beneficial, weren't really going anywhere. Or providing me with any new stimulus in my life, or certainly any growth. So that's been a really, really fascinating and great experience as well. Um, Getting back to the technology, I've done things in the last few weeks that I never thought I could do. Um, and I certainly never tried to do. So getting on and using editing software, um, even though I'm still at the stage because of the time that I have in my life, um, I'm still at the early stage where I might be putting an image together, or I might be putting some writing on the screen and discovering as I'm going along, oh, how can I attach a subscribe icon onto the video? Or how can I create such an effect, whatever effects I want to play around with. Um, clip Using clips to put together. I haven't really done that so far because my style and my taste and what I preference is more free flowing. That's just my character. But I will probably in time. I'm going to keep on learning it just to have the skill, and I will see in time then obviously little bits where you have stumbles are probably better to cut out. But for now I'm very happy to do as I'm doing. But still, in saying that, learning it has been fantastic. I have been using Canva. I've experimented with thumbnails. I know that a lot of people say, get the thumbnail to get the more attention, generate more flow to your site, which is definitely a valid thing. Um, I've only done it for one so far, and then I used a bit of editing for another one. So that's still new, but I actually found I could accomplish it, which was great as well, because thumbnails are a big thing when you're starting your channel. So to do that was a great feat for me. I've also been practicing writing a lot more, which is really essential. It's essential in all our lives anyway. But it's something that I wouldn't have been proactively doing a lot for the longest of times. So it's been great to be exercising that creative part of my brain as well. Whether it's coming up with ideas and just jotting them down so I don't forget them while I'm out shopping, or when I get home I'll jot it down. Or sitting down, and now I'm not so rigid with script writing, but I always find it's very, very nice to write out when I'm gathering ideas for a particular video. I will write out roughly what I want to do, and I may fine tune it and just have it easier so I can reference real quick if I need to. I've also started a newsletter just for general practice of writing, and as I say, the benefits for the brain, it really expands your horizons, and you really feel like you're gaining, from using all these skills that we've been neglecting for the last few years. We're all on our phones and we're all typing and texting, but getting the old pen out, especially for the youngsters, is a great thing. It really feels like a creative experience when you're writing things down. You're putting them from your brain onto paper, and it also takes you away when you're writing creatively. Yes, a lot of the younger generation, I'm sure, are used to just typing it out, and that's great. Any way you can get your thoughts down and store them is a good thing, but it's a lovely experience to pick up a pen and paper as well. So yeah, I really recommend that for anyone, just to get the creative juices flowing. I've also found with this that conversations are a lot more stimulating as well. People I would be meeting at random, I found myself more inquisitive again. Love asking questions and finding out what, you know, their own personal experiences are, what they're doing. Even today, I was in a taxi and I was talking to the driver about just general level of driving on the roads. And driving is something I have not yet done. I was taught how to drive, but in a field, and it's a lot different. But for my own personal reasons, I never drove. Um, and I also never needed to drive really for very many years because I was in a city with a very good public transport system. But that's something I'm kind of starting to gear towards as well. And even just to have your mind frame in such a way where you can take nuggets of information from people and apply it to yourself or to inspire you. It's a great trajectory. It's a great path to be on, because you feel like you're constantly gaining from the experience, and that's been brought on. That change in the mind shift has been brought on by putting myself into a situation that isn't natural for me, creating a YouTube channel, um, putting myself in the thick of it, and just saying, right, what areas of my life can I gain from that I can apply it into the channel. So it's been a great experience. um I touched briefly the last day on sharing the experience with my son of editing. That's really the only area that he would be involved, but even that in itself has been a massive bonding experience. So I recommend that for any parent out there. Um, and yeah, it's really the achievement of it all, and things you never imagined you'd be capable of. Suddenly you discover, wow, I can actually do that. I never thought I could. Um, Also, another thing is just to touch on when you're actually sitting on front of a camera and you're putting yourself out there in the world, particularly for mammies out there. You spend day in, day out getting the kids ready, you're doing so much for the kids, you're cleaning, you're cooking, you're doing whatever, or daddies as well, but women pay particular attention to their health or their physical appearance. um and I would say that even that in itself is a very uplifting thing, because when you're sitting in front of a camera, you pay more attention to, oh, well, have I put on my nice top, rather than just leaving it there because you're doing school runs or you're doing whatever, and you're just kind of um, plowing through your day, and you may be not thinking about what actually, when is the occasion going to be that you wear your nice clothes? Well, let it be your YouTube channel. So that's been another thing, and it's just all about uplifting. The whole experience has been very, very uplifting and very positive, I have to say. I'm enjoying it immensely. Another area where I found it really beneficial is how you use your time. When you create a project like a YouTube channel, um, you find, because you're taking on, you want to absorb more information, you want to try out new skills, you're testing yourself, there needs to be time allocated for recording. Um, I find that you're using your time more optimally. You're eliminating things that have no purpose in your life, and you want to eliminate them. And that's been a really, really great thing as well. It creates more of a structure. For those who lack structure or lack inspiration, I definitely advise to give YouTube a bash, because it just, when you have only X amount of time and you still want to achieve what you're doing by setting up a channel, you look at the duration of your day and you say, okay, well, in order to keep progressing and moving forward, what time do I need to get up? Can I get up a bit earlier in the morning, and have that little bit of quiet time to do your preparation? Am I taking trips commuting? Can I sit on the bus and, instead of just mindlessly scrolling through platforms that are doing nothing for me, can I be getting on and listening to a podcast? Can I be getting on and listening to audio, uh, audiobooks? Can I be listening to somebody who's motivational? Can I be learning from people who are just a small step ahead of me on their journey on YouTube? And I feel I have potential to do something like that. Can I learn from them? Use your time to gain as much as you can. Take in as much information. Um, Obviously, when you have quieter periods, we'll say if the kids are gone highfalutin around the town, or they're gone to their grandparents, is a great time for you. The more time consuming projects where you can't do just flow in your mind and you need to sit down and apply yourself, they can be done when you have those quiet periods. Um, yeah, it's all about just maximizing your time, and you find that the experience is so exciting and stimulating that you want to, like, you really start choosing positive um actions. You want to feel better in yourself, you want to do better for yourself. So all around, it's a really, really positive experience, and I really would recommend it to anybody to just try. You've nothing to lose by just trying. And I'm even noticing I'm getting a few likes, and I have a couple of subscribers, but it'd be fantastic if I could raise them up. So if you're tuning in and you're interested at all, please like or comment. Always love to hear feedback, or your own personal experience if you're new to YouTube as well. I really would love to hear from other people. That's a great purpose of why I'm on here as well, is to connect with other people. So like and comment and subscribe, and tune in for my next video, and we'll carry on the evolution of YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.